All right, I think they were all kind of landing in the same spot here. We love this guy.
Yeah.
And having it be part of his lore when like nobody really got hurt.
Saginaw Spirit forward and projected top 5 pick Michael Misa has been suspended 1 game by the OHL for shooting objects out of the playing surface. That is a rule. You're not allowed to do it. But as we look at the video, thank you, Sean, this was a teddy bear toss. It was a teddy bear toss at their game in Sarnia where Sting fans were supposed to throw teddy bears to be donated onto the ice. And they did this after, I believe, the Sting's first goal. That's how these things typically go. And young Michael Misa shot them back into the crowd. So he was suspended 1 game because you're not allowed to shoot things off the ice. Incredible to see a player was suspended for that. And then looking up, what was that? I don't want someone throwing things off the ice and shooting things off the ice. What was it? Was it just a party of teddy bears? And he was pissed and he wanted to end it. I will remind you, this is a projected top 5 pick in the NHL draft.
Misa unsportsmanlike, Jar Jar Binks.
I have seen that movie. That's the only Star Wars movie I've seen. I've seen it twice. Misa called Michael Misa.
And that's talking to teddy bear. No, yeah, I mean, this is the latest in what is becoming a longer than should be list of OHL suspensions.
People get so mad when they see why the OHL suspended somebody.
Woke.
Soft, woke. You can't even shoot teddy bears anymore.
Christmas is canceled because of woke. Where do you land? Like, is a suspension worthy of a guy being like clearly not good behavior? I think we can say.
Terrible behavior. I love that he did it. Has to be suspended for it.
Really?
Being suspended for it makes it even better. Draft stonks up for me.
I don't think that he has to be suspended for it. I think that giving him the game misconduct, because I believe he got a game misconduct, right? I think the tweet from the OHL said that he was given a game misconduct for shooting things into the crowd. I get that. I'm sure it's like a letter of the law kind of thing where it's in the rule book. If you shoot back into the crowd intentionally, you're out for the rest of the game. Fine. Suspending a guy for that, it seems a little crazy to me.
Did get a game misconduct.
Okay,
it's better for street cred. It's better. It's better for the story. This guy famously is a top 5 projected pick. Someone replied to one of our. We posted the video, and I'll get through some of the responses because there were a lot of comments on it. One of them was, "Buddy just destroyed his chances of first overall. Now he's in Shane Wright territory." Not for me. This guy has great numbers in the OHL. I believe he's playing mostly left wing. 25, 24, and 49 in 25 games. That's a monster performance, although OHL, it's kind of easy to go off if you're a really good player. He's 6'1", 185 pounds. His stonks for me, in the day and age of, we need those Florida Panthers type guys, to the moon, baby. I'm getting a OHL jersey.
Respectfully speaking, the list of things that we've known general managers to overlook for talent and young players, you think that an NHL general manager is going to be like, absolutely blacklisted this person, he cannot be on our team because he flung a teddy bear into a crowd
If anything,
once.
It's the other thing, though, what I was just saying, like, where where do we get a Sam Bennett?
A Matthew Tkachuk.
Where's our Matthew Tkachuk?
Like,
we
this
want
guy
some of
hates
those
teddy
guys.
bears.
This guy does not like losing.
Yes.
That type of shit.
That's so true.
Yeah.
All right, so let's do
That's so
Tankathon. Sean, as we're doing that, give us your thoughts on this.
Well, what I was going to say is I saw someone mention this on Twitter, like potential spin zone is that he was doing it so people had more opportunities to throw bears onto the ice.
That is absolutely not what he was doing. You see the stink that he was putting on some of those
I know.
teddy bears shot back into crowd?
But that
Absolutely
would be,
not.
but I mean, potentially if that was his intent, good guy.
Okay, top 6 right now in the NHL draft. You got Chicago Blackhawks, Nashville Predators, Montreal Canadiens, San Jose Sharks, Ottawa Senators, and Anaheim Ducks. Is there a team on that list that stands out to you as should make sure, even if they take them a pick or two early, make sure they get that kind of competitive nature in their room? Because I'll tell you what, it starts at the top. Blackhawks.
I was just going to say.
Bedard,
this the pissiest line in the NHL. That would rock.
Oh, yeah.
I did want to talk.
Don't fuck with them.
Connor Bedard is like ramping up his pissiness. And I
like it. You don't like it, but I like
need
it.
like a little, like 15% less of it. But I also understand it because hockey is literally all that Connor Bedard, I guess sports in general, all Connor Bedard, we know him to care about.
Yeah.
So I can imagine that like losing all the time and not being productive and not producing to what he holds himself to, that weighs on Connor Bedard, and he's having a hard time right now.
Natalie sends a super chat that says he went Grinch mode. Whoa, a big super
That's
chat.
a big super
wow,
chat.
Natalie, you are the
Natalie
absolute
comes
best.
in here and throws grenades.
Like every once in a while, she's just on the table.
We
love it.
appreciate you. What other teams? Chicago, Nashville, Montreal, San Jose, Ottawa. I mean, I would love Kachuk and kind of Kachuk's America type player.
Yes. I do want to get into more of the comments because the comments are incredible.
Yes, other comments include the gall of this young man to shoot a teddy bear back into the crowd. Perhaps the OHL should see if the teddy bear toss is something needed going forward as to prevent acts like this and the delays taken. If successful, hot dog nights are the next to go. Hashtag clown show. I have no idea whether that was snarky
Satire.
or what.
I thought it was serious until I heard the hot dog part, and then I think it's satirical.
Another one.
The reevaluating whether the teddy bear toss is a good idea based off of one player.
Let's have a conversation.
Yeah.
I don't get why people are bitching about this so hard, says another person on Twitter. The teddy bear toss is there for awareness, and obviously he doesn't care. People are going to call me soft, but I don't care. I think he deserves more than one game because that is incredibly disrespectful to people.
That one took me on a ride.
Yeah.
Because the beginning was like, I could not care less about this. Get this guy out of the fucking league.
Yeah, there's a lot of I don't care or people shouldn't care, and it seems like that person cares.
I like it's disrespectful to people.
Yeah.
Nikita Zadorov had a eye roll inducing one about Lucas Raymond the other day. Did you see that?
Yep.
Slashed him on the hand, and Lucas Raymond goes like that after. And after the game, Zadorov was like, it was disrespectful.
Get that out of the game.
He said, we want to get that out of the game.
Once Zadorov retires, he's going to become like the NHL's ambassador for respect.
Yes.
I just loved like doing something dirty and then someone gets upset, like tries to show the ref that someone did something dirty. He was like, can't have that shit. We don't snitch in this league.
Also,
It's like, yeah, I slashed him, but he shouldn't
make a whole big deal about it.
it's
Yeah.
also possible that when he saw Lucas Raymond going like this, he thought that Lucas Raymond was like doing some of that dancing. Nikita Zadorov does not like dancing. He wants that out of the game.
We also got a lucky he's not kicked off the team comment.
This was a quote tweet and a response. Someone was busy with lucky he's not kicked off the team. If this guy got kicked off the team, I would need daily coverage of him.
Yes.
Terrell Owens doing sit-ups on the front lawn style. I want to know where this guy is. Michael Misa, my king, every minute. Somebody put the definition of deterrent, including the pronunciation. Deterrent, something that prevents, checks, or suppresses. Automatic one-game ban for shooting an object into the crowd is a long-standing hashtag OHL policy. Learn it, live it, love it, and have a good laugh about it. I'm down with most of that except for learn it. You don't need to love it. You don't need to just experience it. You know you're probably going to get suspended for it. You do it. Michael Misa, you are the man.
I did learn it. I guess now I
Yeah, a lot of
know.
people
Now
learned
I
it.
know that it's an automatic one-game ban. So I guess
My thing is
It is what
like,
it is.
if he was actually upset about the teddy bear toss, like throwing them back into the crowd is such a like literally losing way to fight that battle because you are gonna get outnumbered. Like you're not getting them off the ice.
you're just
And
delaying
you're
it
picking
even
up
more.
somebody's sword and giving it back to them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like if anything, just start like beating the shit out of the teddy. Like if you're trying to get a point across, destroy the teddy bear.
I don't know if I could get behind a
No.
violence towards teddy bears.
Like it would be unacceptable. But I'm just saying from his perspective, if he's trying to prove a point, you tossing a few into the crowd that basically looked like it required like fan footage for people to actually have proof of. Like I don't think you're really proving any points there.
Another thing I'll note on Michael Misa, much like Connor Bedard, exceptional player status.
Oh, that's huge. That's not for everybody.
They
It's
don't
only
just
for the exceptional.
They
guys.
don't just dole that out. So this guy, I mean, he's my number one. I love him. I want to get him on the show. I don't know if
Kill to have him on the Buffalo Sabres.
oh yeah, so
Like,
the Sabres
somebody
could
that
use him.
comes in and is just like one of my favorite memories from the Sabres is when Jack Eichel scored while the Leafs were there and he like punched the glass at the Leafs fans. Like I want this guy, fuck the other players. I want this guy to hate anybody that's not behind the Buffalo Sabres.
All right, I think they were all kind of landing in the same spot here.
Strong stuff.
We love this guy.
Yeah,
so,
And having it be part of his lore when like nobody really got hurt, and like having this be the part of the Michael Misa story is awesome.
yes.
And it's so important to me. You seemed anti-suspension.
That
I'm
was
so pro-suspension on this because I need that for the lore's sake. Like, you hear he got
gotta be his
suspended for
Joker
shooting
moment.
teddy bears into the crowd. Oh yeah.
I mean, I was anti-suspension when I thought that it was a decision, like supplemental discipline. It is a accompaniment to the OHL rule that you automatically get a 1-game ban and a game misconduct.
Only problem I have with suspension is if he learns something. Like if he's like, you know what, that behavior was unacceptable.
Don't change it. Don't change it.
Then I have a problem with it.
There
Like,
better not be an old Misa.
Yeah, like
We don't want that to say, hey, that was the old Misa.
This needs to be his Joker moment. Like he needs to be a villain from now on.
I was gonna say, like, how do you think he responds to this? Because there is one of two options. He could say, "Oops, I'm very sorry. Please forgive me. It was the heat of the moment." Or he could do the NFL player thing of the guy who just almost killed Trevor Lawrence, which was don't regret a thing. I'm literally becoming the Joker. I'm your new villain.
This guy's first game in Boston. I'm going on the glass warm-ups.
2025 or maybe later on, but guess the jersey competition. Keep this locked in because
Someone's
there's a
getting
Misa jersey.
At least
Misa
somebody
jersey coming.
is getting a Misa. And I'll also say this is kind of Marchand-ish behavior, endearing. Remember, I believe it was, Tristan Jarry was giving a fan a puck. Remember? He was like flipping a puck. Marchand just skates by and just like knocks it down, takes the puck away.
Respect it. And also someone mentioned a Shane Wright thing. Like if I honestly would kind of like this to hurt his draft stock, because if we get a moment of him like staring down some GM for passing on him,
well,
like really
because
leans
of the
into
teddy bears,
yeah, like
I'll
leans
fucking
into the
show
villain
you.
thing.
I mean, if he turns out to be an exceptional player in the NHL level, and like you can make the argument that 2 or 3 teams passed on him because he once launched a teddy bear, perhaps one of the funniest hindsight things in hockey history.
Yeah, absolutely.
And now no matter what, if this guy doesn't go first overall, we get to
We push
say,
the narrative.
well, why'd you pass on him? Was it the teddy bear thing? And we already said, was it the teddy bear thing? And that's what the thought that's out there. That's what everyone's going to think. So you better not pass on this guy and let him be good. This guy is now firmly in Gunnar Wolffontein territory.
I just hope that this kid is like a good kid. Like, because if this is just like a look into him just being a complete shithead, then it's going to ruin it. But I hope he's just like had a tough moment and he's like generally a good person with a little bit of an edge.
Somebody said he should start embracing the teddy bear imagery. Famously, I have a shacket that makes me look like a teddy bear. Should he go to the draft all kind of like Sherpa'd out?
Instead of the Joker, he goes full Batman and embraces his biggest enemy, his biggest fear, teddy bears.
This is Blackhawks, get the first pick. Draft Michael Misa. Do the right thing. Do the right thing for America.
Well, no, I don't think we want the Blackhawks to get like the 3rd pick so he can end up on the Blackhawks and we get the narrative.
Yes, that's true. We don't want him to go number 1 overall. He is he's number 1 on our board.
He's number 3 on the board, number 1 in our hearts.
No, but he's number 1 on our, like we're
Our
pounding the
big board,
table.
yeah.
We're saying, don't you pass on him so we can act spurned. He needs to be spurned. Someone's got to spurn him. Good Michael Misa talk. We're in.
Good.
Stonks up. We all agree. Stonks very up.
We all silly like the mayor.